I'm Tashi. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I want to say how old you are.
Oh, how old am I?
Yeah.
How old do you think I am?
60.
You think I'm 60? That's pretty close. Okay, you want to introduce yourself? Who are you?
My name is Addie and I'm 4 years old.
4 years old. Addie, where are we today?
I'm at the yarn store.
What are we going to buy?
Yarn.
Yarn! Are you ready to go?
Yeah!
Alright, let's do it!
I love yarn. I love yarn. I love yarn. I love yarn. I see yarn.
You see yarn. There it is. We found it. Okay, well, you can pick any of those colors that you want. So is that the color that you want?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. Do you want me to hold it while you look at the other ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that one also.
You want me to grab it down?
Yeah. It's really cool.
That one is really cool.
And you have my favorite color on it.
Yeah, what's your favorite color?
Black.
Well, which one do you like better?
This one.
Do you want this one?
Yeah.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Okay, now we have to find another yarn to go with it.
This one?
Does that look like it matches? Probably not.
Well, maybe this big one.
Ooh, let's
That?
see. Does it match? Do you think that looks good?
Yeah.
Is that the one you want?
Yeah.
All right, we got our yarn. Should we go buy it?
Whoa, this is so sparkly.
Oh, do you want to do a sparkly one instead? Or do you want the purple?
Yeah, I think we should stick with purple.
Stick with. All right, so Addie just went home. She was hanging out with me for most of the day, which was a lot of fun. I took her to the yarn store to pick out that yarn, but she doesn't know what I'm doing with it. So I didn't tell her anything, but I wanted to try the Red Heart Granny Square yarn because obviously it's been like exploding and blowing up the internet in the crocheting knitting world. If you have never heard of this yarn before, the whole point of this yarn is that you can make a multicolored granny square without ever having to change colors because it's all woven in to the yarn, which is super fancy. And I'm very curious to see how many granny squares one skein of this will actually make. Because let's see, it was on sale for $8. So I don't know. So then my thought was I'm going to make something out of all of the granny squares, and I wanted to make something for Addie. And originally I was thinking I would make her just like a cute little cardigan because I'm pretty positive there'll be enough granny squares in here to make her a cardigan. But she requested a dress. She asked me to make her a dress before she knew I was even gonna make her anything. She doesn't even know yet. Like I didn't tell her. Just every time she comes over, she wants me to crochet her something new. So today's new thing was she wants a dress. I had her pick out another yarn to complement that I think I'm gonna do the edging and the cuffs of whatever I make, be it a cardigan, be it a dress, whatever it is, out of the granny squares. So she picked this gorgeous purple, and actually I'm like super impressed. She nailed it. I did not guide her at all. She was like, nope, this is the one. I'm sticking to it. So she did a really nice job with that. So this is a big twist yarn, and both of these I just got from Joann Fabrics because that was the easiest and cheapest place. So I spent a grand total of $11.82 on both of these skeins of yarn, and we are going to see what we can make out of it for Addie. Should be fun. Okay, I moved to my dining room table so I have a little more room to spread out. I was hoping that somewhere on here it would say approximately how many granny squares it makes. It does not. So we're just gonna find out. So it says that the pattern is on the back of this thing. I'm like afraid to rip it because I don't want to like rip through the pattern. Why does that look so complicated? What the heck? Okay, got it. What? Okay. These are the instructions, but these are the instructions to make this vest thing. I don't want to make that vest thing. I just want to make a granny square. I'm super skeptical of this. This says to use a 5.5 millimeter hook. My stitches tend to be kind of loose, so I was thinking of using a 5, and we'll see how that goes. Oh my gosh, my hook even matches the yarn. So cute. Oh no. With color 1, chain 4, join with a slip stitch. Basically, it wants you to make a ring. Well, I hate making the chain rings because I think they look stupid. So I'm gonna do the magic ring. I'm just gonna be a rebel. We're just gonna do it because this is how I live my life. I like to live it on the edge. All right, so magic ring, got it. What's the first row? First round, chain 6. Really? Chain 6. Chain 6 at the beginning of rounds counts as a double crochet and chain 3. Oh, okay, that makes sense. 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 times into ring. Okay. 3 double crochets. Yeah, that works. Oh, that's so cool. Oh my gosh. Look at that color change. It's so abrupt. And then I get to close my magic ring. Ready? This is my favorite part. I love this part. Oh, it's so satisfying. That 100% did not work out. I finished my first row and I still have this much of the color left. All right. We gotta undo it. Give me the 5.5. Dun, 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 dun. Begin again. We got closer. I don't really want to use a size 6. That seems massive. Well, I guess we'll give it a try. On to size 6. All right. I think that was the ticket. Cinch it up. Look at that. And we ended perfectly on the next color. Okay, so I needed to use a size 6 hook. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so perfect. Like, look at that. The next color is just starting. This is so cool. This is such a cool color. She really did pick a fun skein of yarn. I like this. Where am I? Chain 6. 3 double crochet in same chain 3 space. Wait, what? Oh my gosh, the only bad part about doing this is you really have to know how to read patterns. Which, like, I know how, but it just takes me, it takes my brain a while to compute. You showing off your butt to the camera? So look at my beautiful behind. Mwah. I love you. I'm a little lost already. It's only the second round. We're in for a long ride, friends. Slip stitch in chain 3 space. Oh, poo on a stick. I missed that. Okay, that makes more sense. Seems weird, but all right. It's what they're telling me to do. Slip. I don't know what's the front and what's the back anymore. Okay, now this makes more sense. I'm picking up what they're putting down now. Kevin, what are you doing? I think I've made this type of granny square before. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not like 100% confident. It's pretty easy. Okay. What do I do now, Kev? Chain 1, 2 double crochets. Join. I don't feel like this is the most effective way to do it. I think they do it kind of weird, but I kind of wonder if I like just tweaked how I do it a little bit, if it would like royally mess with the pattern. But that was pretty perfect again. Look at that color change. That's kind of like a gradual color change. That one's fun. Okay, round 3. Here we go. Slip stitch. Oh, it's having me do the exact same thing. Okay, so slip stitch in the chain 3 space. That's this thing. Hence the gradual color change. Ha ha. Yeah, I'm like literally doing the same thing. Okay, so I chain again. Ow. Ow. I have a pimple on my nose. His name is Fred. I just scratched him and now he's angry. Sorry, Fred. Oh, okay, I get it. So basically in every space, we're doing 3 double crochets, but on the corners, we're doing 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets. All right, this makes sense now. I'm gonna finish this row. I'll catch up with you at the end. Okay, so this one got a little bit, the color change started a little bit earlier. Just like a smidgy. It's not horrible. One thing I don't love about this is because I have to use a bigger hook, look at how big these spaces are. Like, you're so mature. Anyways, like I was saying, the spaces are really big. So this is why I was thinking of making Addie a sweater out of this, because this is exactly what I was worried about. Like, I kind of had a feeling that it was going to be pretty holy, for lack of a better word. If I make her a dress, everybody's going to see her undies. We cannot have that. So I would either have to like sew a slip underneath it, or she's going to look naked. I don't know. We'll see how many granny squares we get out of it. All right, on to the next row. I got this. Well, I think I'm just going to finish this thing and then I'll show you guys the final product, because I got a ways to go. We have a problem. Look at that. You look at it, like 2 whole stitches where my yarn decided to change color. The pattern says that if that happens to you, you're supposed to undo your stitches and then redo them tighter. But I'm like, I basically do the same tension throughout my entire piece, so I don't think it's a me problem. I think it's a you problem. I don't know how far back I need to go. Tighter stitches. Okay, well, I improved by 1 stitch. I'm just gonna keep going. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. I still have 2 stitches left. Maybe I need to use a 5.5 hook like it tells you to. I am annoyed. I'm just gonna undo this whole last row that I did and redo it and see if we end up even with the 5.5 hook. Using the 5.5 definitely worked better for that round, but I still ended a little bit onto that next color. What is your deal today? Are you neglected? Right here, okay? So I'm gonna leave a very teeny tiny tail and hope that it doesn't royally screw anything up. But I think part of the problem was that, you know, lost some of that white in the previous round as well. So, and I also don't know how, but my starting tail ended up on the wrong side. Well, here we have it. This is our granny square. I mean, it's cute. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, if I'm being honest. Yeah, so we'll see how many of these can make, and hopefully the rest will turn out better. It's finished. I did it. I used the whole skein and crocheted all of these granny squares. But also, since we last spoke, I have done a little bit of research and watched a few YouTube videos and found out that, 1, yes indeed, the instructions do tell you how many granny squares it makes. I just didn't see it until like later, and I would show it to you, but my dog ate my homework. Yeah. And 2, the instructions lied, because it said that it made 14 granny squares, and I haven't counted, okay, but this is not 14. it's more, which is so exciting. So it makes more than 14 granny squares, at least my skein did. I don't know, maybe they're all a little bit different, and I think they are, and I'll get to that. And then the other thing that I learned is that many crocheters out there are a lot more dedicated to perfecting their craft than I am. I am what one might consider to be a lazy crocheter. If something is going to take me too long to crochet or it is too hard, then I probably will not do it. So a lot of people, when they're first testing this yarn, they would like do a section and then it would end the row, and then they were like, oh, it's not ending perfectly, and then they would undo it and redo it. And some of them did that like 3 times, and I'm like, I don't even care that much. So here we go. Let's talk about this. What do we want to talk about first? I think we should count them first. Let's count them. There's a plane. 1, 2, 3, 12, 13, 14, 15, and this much. So I kind of wonder if they like throw in that 15th one just in case you like mess one up and then you still end up with 14. But it was kind of a nice surprise to have an extra one. I guess if you like more work as an extra surprise. And then there's this little guy. He's just a little half finished one. He's so cute. All right, so let's talk about how these turned out. On almost every single one, you're gonna see that you can see some of where the joins happened. And what I found was that it was extremely inconsistent as to where the colors kind of melded together. So like there. So I feel like I had my tension right, but like sometimes I would end around perfectly. Like honestly, most of the time, my centerpiece, it ended perfectly, and my second row usually ended pretty perfectly, but then it started to get weird. And sometimes I would have like almost the entire thing end perfectly, and then it would just be like the last couple rounds ended not perfectly. I ended up using the 5.5, a 5.5 crochet hook for all of the rest of these granny squares. I was like, I'm not trying to like mess around. I don't really care that much. Honestly, once you get these all together, you're not really gonna notice where the whoopsies and the bleeds are unless you're like, where are the mistakes? So unless you're like doing one of those weird things, then nobody's gonna notice or care. I like this idea in theory. In practice, I don't know how I feel about it. I will say it definitely saved a ton of time. Like making all of these granny squares, it probably took me about half the time that it would normally take because I didn't have to like switch all the colors. Plus, with all of these, you only have 2 ends to weave in. And if you've been crocheting for even a little bit, you know that weaving in ends sucks. So instead of having, you know, like 5, 6 different colors and ends that you have to weave in, then you've only got 2, which is kind of nice. As long as either 1, you're okay with each square not being exactly perfect, or 2, you are a perfectionist and you're willing to like undo and redo your work and change your tension and maybe your hook size to get it absolutely perfect, I would not recommend this yarn. So unless you're okay with either of those things, then maybe just stick to the regular granny squares. But I appreciated it. I thought it was kind of fun. It was just something different and they came together really quick. One other thing that I would say about this is, you know, I talked about this earlier, how I don't like how gappy it is. And I will say, I watched a couple other YouTubers that did the square differently. Like they didn't exactly follow the instructions, and like I rebelled in the center, but these guys rebelled like all the way around. And then there is somebody else in the world out there that I saw in one of the YouTube videos that is doing different granny squares with this yarn. So it is possible to like use this yarn to make different granny squares. So if you're willing to like invest the time and the patience to learn how to do that, then that could also be a lot of fun as well. Also, these are huge. I mean, these are 6-inch squares. So just kind of depending on the project that you're doing, it could be a little bit challenging unless you are determined to use these big squares for the whole thing. And the other thing is like if you need half squares because you're making, you know, a garment of some sort that needs like a half square or whatever, you don't have that option with these. For what it is and for how much it costs, I mean, I think it's kind of worth it. I think it's definitely fun to try.
Will I ever use it again? Probably not, if I'm being completely honest. Probably not, because I have tons of other projects that I want to do, and none of them include this specific type of granny square, because this is a very like old school type of granny square, and like I said, the holes drive me mad. But now we've got bigger fish to fry, because it's time to make something with all of these granny squares. I mentioned earlier that my plan is to make Addie something out of these. Now, I've been giving it a lot of thought, and I think I came up with a plan. I am still waiting for her grandma to send me the dimensions of her body. So I think what I'm gonna do today is I'm just gonna take my crochet idea notebook, and I'm just gonna sketch out a rough idea of what I want it to look like. But my thought was this. I was thinking it'd be super cute if I just took the granny squares, and just did like a panel down the front and a panel down the back. And then I used the other color, that purple that she picked out, to join them all. First of all, I want to do like a cute little join with all the granny squares, and then to fill in the sides and do the neckline and whatever I end up doing with the sleeves. I think it would be super cute to make these into sleeves somehow. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I think it would be cute if like there was like a line of purple, like maybe like a purple, you know, like strap this big, and then you had like a cute little short sleeve out of the granny square. So depending on how big around her arms are, we might try to make that happen, because I think that would be so adorable. Oh my gosh. I would also like to maybe kind of like a little ruffle along the edge of the sleeve. So maybe if I did like, if I did two together, that looks too big for a toddler arm. That could fit my arm. That's too big for a toddler arm. I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna play around with it. I'm gonna draw some ideas and see what I come up with. But that's like the general gist of what I'm kind of thinking. And then I'm going to visit my parents over Easter, and my mom said that she would help me make a slip to go underneath the dress, because obviously if we have these in the front and in the back, all of those holes, you're gonna be seeing everything, and we can't have that. I cannot have that. This is my brilliant design. I'm not fancy. I don't have like an iPad or anything, and this just works. It works just fine for me. And then I'll kind of take notes on here as I go. But basically this is what I'm thinking. These are the granny squares, in case you couldn't tell. Those are the granny squares. So I'll have the granny squares down the middle. And then I think what I'll do is I'll just like crochet a panel for each of the sides. And then I'll crochet, I kind of want to do like a curved neckline. I don't want it to be like boxy, because I think that'll look a little weird. And then I want to do like scalloped edging around the neck, the shoulders, and then the hem. I think that'll be better for her size, and it'll be super cute. It'll be better than trying to do this as a sleeve. So once I got it on paper, I think I feel a lot better about this. So I really just need her dimensions, and then I can actually start. This is where I'm at until I get her dimensions, and then we're gonna start putting this whole thing together. And it's gonna be so cute. I'm so excited. It has been weeks, literal weeks, since I have given an update on the dress situation. So last time we talked, I had all the granny squares, and I was thinking the front and the back. I took this project with me on vacation out to visit my family on the East Coast, because my mom was gonna help me make a little slip to go underneath the dress. But on the way there, I got inspired by some photos that I saw online, and then I completely ended up changing my pattern. Here's what we're doing. Dun, dun, dun. Isn't she cute? Okay, so this is gonna be like the top of the dress, right? And I do think it's gonna be a little bit big on her, which I'm not mad about because she can definitely grow into it. And I'm gonna build this top part up a little bit, and then I'll like leave a gap and add a tie so that it can be tightened a little bit. And then I'm also gonna add like shoulder straps, and I'm thinking I'm gonna make them like kind of tieable straps so that it is adjustable so that she really can wear this for a few years, because if I'm putting this much effort into it, then she gonna be wearing it for a few years. But I love the like skirt part, and this is the back, so you can kind of see the seam running down it. So here's the front, it's a better view. So this is the skirt part. So obviously I still have to make it quite a bit longer, but I ran out of yarn. This is all the yarn that I have left. So I went to the store today and I got more yarn, and again, I changed my plan because I was just planning to do like purple all the way down and then purple up top for the straps. But then I found pretty yarn. And so now here's what we're doing. I got more of the same purple because I am planning to do the straps in that purple. But then I was like, oh my gosh, how cute would it be if it was like an ombre type of situation? So I got these two, and we're gonna do kind of like an ombre situation. So what I actually might do is I actually might unravel some of this. I do have to measure it. I haven't measured it yet, so I got to figure out how long I want to make it, but I might end up unraveling some of this and then doing these two colors for the rest of the skirt in that ombre fashion. And then this is my favorite. Ready? Look at that yarn. How cute is that? I know, even Oreo likes it. She's like, yes to this yarn. It is so, like, when I found it, I was like, wait a minute, this was literally made for this dress. Like, it was made for it. It was made for it. It's so cute and so perfect. It goes perfectly with the colors. And I was already thinking that I was gonna add like some sort of border along the bottom of the skirt, and then I kind of wanted to add it like to the sides of the collars and the neckline and like the sleeves. I kind of want to do like a little scalloped border or a frilly border. I haven't fully decided yet. I'm probably gonna like test both of them and see which I like better. I'm leaning more towards the scallop border at this point in time, but of course it might change as we get closer. So I was like, oh, this would be so cute for the border. I needed this. This was a win that I needed. I needed to be re-energized about this project because I had literally let it sit for weeks without doing a thing to it, and now I'm excited again. Once I came up with this new design, I got really super excited, and yeah, and now with this new yarn especially, I'm like, oh my gosh, just let me crochet all day, which is what I'm about to do. So I have my sister coming this weekend, and I am literally, if we're just sitting around chatting or like watching TV or I don't know, just hanging out, whatever, this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to be working on this because we are officially a month and 2 days away from Addie's real birthday, and like a month and I don't know, like a week and a half away from her birthday party. But yeah, so this is where we're at. I'm super excited about it, and I gotta go do some stuff so that I can sit down and work on it today, and I will keep you posted, hopefully sooner than 2 weeks. I came home sick from work, and it's about 4 o'clock, and my husband and I are just gonna kind of have a relaxing night at home since I'm not feeling well, and I think I'm just gonna work on Addie's dress all night while we watch the second season of The Jinx. And I am making really good progress on it. This is where I'm at. So yeah, I'm about halfway done with this light color, and then I'll do the scallops on the bottom and finish up the top. Today's a Thursday, and I would honestly like to finish it within the next 2 days so that I can bring it to Addie this weekend. Don't know if that's gonna happen, so we shall see. Just finished the bottom color. Looking so cute. Progress has been made. I added a scalloped bottom. And it's so stinking cute. I can't stand it. Oh my gosh. I love that yarn that I found. It is just so adorable with the granny squares. So now I'm trying to figure out how to do the top. I've been saving it for last because is the part that is stumping me the most. Like, I don't know if I just want to keep it straight across, like maybe just, you know, do like a couple of rows. I would love to pull the scallop into the top, but I'm not sure how. Like, if I want to do it, like maybe I do it along the neckline and along the straps, and I definitely want to make tie straps, but I don't know if I want to do like ombre tie straps with the 3 purples, or if I want to do the straps out of the fun yarn. There's just so many decisions to make, and making decisions is really hard when you don't feel good. So this might be as far as I get today. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm stuck. So yeah. Time for a little update on the dress. I got the first strap done. So I decided that instead of doing the tie strap, like doing a strap in the front and the back, I'm just gonna add a button to the inside of the back. And so on this strap, I made kind of these button holes so that she can just button it and adjust it based on, you know, how she grows with it. I'm hoping that'll work, but you know, it'll be pretty easy to alter if it doesn't fit her for whatever reason. So I'm planning to go over to their house tomorrow. I'm hoping to finish this today because I'm homesick again today. So I'm hoping to finish this today and go over to their house tomorrow, and I'll just bring all of my supplies with me so that I can alter it there if I need to. But I'm kind of hoping that this will work. Plus I think it's kind of cute. Like, I did kind of a gradual decrease to the thinner strap, and I'm going to do the same on this side, and then I'm gonna do the scallop along the strap as well. I'm gonna have to go get buttons at some point though, so I might actually see if my friend has buttons at her house. I know I have buttons, but they're like, I don't think I have 2 that match. They're also just like random. So yeah, I think it looks cute. I think this will work. I hope this will work. I don't know. Now I'm just gonna do the other side and then the scallop, and she'll be done. I'm so excited. So excited. I hope it fits. I hope she likes it. We'll find out tomorrow. My cuddle buddy. She's like, Mom, too much love. I said too much love. Too much love. It's done. Eee! All right, so here's the front and the straps. I was also thinking it could be like a halter situation. Oh, it just turned out so cute. I just hope it looks good on her. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's done. And that only took me like an hour to finish up the straps and the ruffles. So cute. Oh, I'm so happy. I can't wait to see how it looks on her. I'm so excited. Today, I am finally going over to Addie's house to give her the dress. So I wanted to get it wrapped since it is her birthday present. So I do have the finishing touches to put on the dress. I bought buttons because I asked my friend if she had any, and she was like, I do, but don't know where they are. And I was like, same. So I just bought a couple different sizes of buttons because I'm not sure what I'm gonna need. And so I'm gonna bring those over with me today. I'm gonna bring the yarn over with me today, and we're just gonna hope that it fits her. I don't know. This has been like months long project, multiple months. So I am just kind of excited to be done with it, if I'm being honest. I love my girl, but I'm ready to be done with this dress and have it out of my house because it has been sitting in here for way too long. So, also, fun fact about me, I'm a terrible gift wrapper, like horrible. Honestly, if we could just do away with gift wrapping, I would be a very happy human. I'm gonna finish wrapping this gift and then I'll catch up with you guys when we get to Addie's house later today. Pretend the camera's not there is what you're saying. Pretend it's not there.
What is this?
What is it? What does it look like?
What is it?
What did you ask me to make you? Do you remember?
A
A dress. So this is a dress, and we have to still fix some stuff on it. Do you want to try it on quick? That's cute. Yeah, it's cute. That's cute. What do you think?
Good.
Okay, I'm gonna finish this for you so that you can actually wear it. Do you remember going to the yarn store with me and picking out this yarn?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you remember when we did that together?
Yeah.
Okay, put your arms all the way up. Yep, there you go. Okay.
That's cheese. Oh, wait for me.
Yeah.
Can you go into the pantry and find me
Can you hold your hair up for me?
some Doritos?
Oh my goodness, what do you think?
It's good.
Do you like it? Here,
Yes.
back up. Let's see the whole thing. Back up all the way so we can, no, come over here. Come over here. Let's see, turn around. Oh my gosh. You'll be able to grow into that for a while, girly.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we got some room to grow.
Yeah, I know. And Tashi, I need to turn back on the troll song.
Turn back on the troll song. You want to dance to it?
Yeah, because that's a really good.
I was just working on editing this video and realized I never really recorded an ending to it because I was just having so much fun hanging out with Addie and her brother at their house over the weekend. So Addie did love the dress. She did not want to take it off, so she wore it until I left. It's definitely big on her, which I had a feeling it would be. So she has plenty of room to grow into it. She'll be able to wear that thing for years because I made the straps long enough that they can be adjusted with the buttons that I put on it, and so the straps can get longer. She also has a lot of room to grow wider as well. So it doesn't fit her like super great right now, but she's 5 and she doesn't care. Thank you guys so much for coming with me on this journey. It didn't quite end up being what I thought it was gonna be, or maybe what you thought it was gonna be. I didn't even end up making myself anything, and I still have tons of those granny squares left over. And so I don't know, final thoughts on the yarn. I might honestly like buy it again because I love how fast those granny squares do come together, but it's not perfect. I would maybe make like bags out of them. I don't know if I would make any other garments out of them though. So we'll see what the future holds, but if you haven't done so, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you liked any part of this video, even if it's just Kevin, please give it one of these. I'm Tashi, and I'll see you next time for another crafting adventure. Right, Kevin? Yeah.